may I call the meeting to order? We're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this point, we have one member that is not here, and that's Kristen Smith. She is absent today, and I'm going to start opening the floor for a nomination for the President of the Board of Education. May I have nominations, please?
I'd like to nominate Scott Halleck.
Okay, and that is Stacy? You're nominating? I'm sorry, I can't see you.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Stacy.
Thank you. And is there a second on that?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Is there any other nominations? At this time, I'd like to call the vote. Nancy?
Yes.
Amador? Yes. Stacy?
Yes.
Scott Halleck?
Yep.
And Kristen Smith is absent today. The motion carries. I am going to now have Mr. Halleck stand, and we're going to do the oath. Please raise your right hand and read what's on that paper as your oath.
I, Scott Halleck, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of President of the Eldred Central School Board member according to the best of my ability.
Thank you. I'm going to turn over the meeting to Mr. Halleck. He is now our 22-23 board president. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're at 203.
203, approval of appointment of vice president. I need a motion for a vice president.
I nominate Stacy Q.
I need a second. I need a vote. Nancy?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador? Yes. I'm a yes. 203 is done, 202, 201, 204, approval of appointment of district clerk. I'm sorry?
Just having trouble hearing you.
We can turn that on. I don't think it's doing anything. Hold on. Approval to appoint district clerk. Approval to appoint Lisa Sabertza as the district clerk of the Board of Education for the 2022-2023 school year. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second it.
Nancy?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
I'm a yes. President, administration, the oath to the vice president, all board members, superintendent, and school districts, treasurer, and district clerk. We all stand, raise your right hand. Go ahead.
Ready?
Yep.
All of us in unison, please.
I, Stacy Q.
I, Tracy
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Eldred Central School Superintendent
according to the best of my ability.
Please sign that and return these to me. Thank you.
All right, that's done. Okay, so we have some committees that we got to go through quick. So this is approval of the Board of Education. Approval of the Board of Education remains a member of the New York State School Board Association, the Sullivan County School Board Association, and the Rural School Board Association for the 2022-2023 school year. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
You getting all this, Lisa? Nancy?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yes. Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. All yeses. Approval of the NYSBA voting delegate. Approval to appoint as voting delegates for the Board of Education for the New York State School Board Associations for the 2022-2023 school year. Right now, it's myself and Stacy. Is everybody good with keeping it that way?
Yes.
Yes.
Vote Nancy?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
Yes. Stays the same. Lisa? Approval of NYSBA alternate delegate. Approval to appoint as the alternate delegate for the annual New York State School Board Associations for the 2022-2023 school year. Nancy, you're it now. You good with staying?
Yes.
I need a motion.
Make the motion.
Second.
I'll second.
Nancy?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Nancy stays there. Lisa? Approval of the Board of Representatives to attend the annual NYSBA convention. Approval for the representation of the Board of attend the annual New York State School Board Convention in Syracuse in October 2022. Stacy, you and me went to the last one when it was before COVID. Are you good with it?
Yes.
I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Nancy, vote.
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Stacy and I are attending that. Lisa? Approval of SCSS Executive Committee. Approval to appoint as the district representative to the Sullivan County School Board Executive Committee for the 2022-2023 school year. Right now, it's me and Stacy. Is everybody good with that?
Yes.
Yes.
I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. I need a second.
I'll second.
Need a vote. Nancy?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
And myself, yes. We're still, everything stays the same, Lisa. At this time, I would like the elementary principal report. Michael, you are up.
Thank you, Mr. Halleck. So our attendance at the elementary school ended for the entire school year at 92.73%. This was a 0.05% increase from the last month. We increased off the previous 5 months of the year. So outside of COVID, the recalculation, our attendance would have been over 95%, meeting our goal. So that's the expectation for next school year. In our academic outcomes, we've implemented a new standard-based report card in the fall along with trimesters. You'll have the dates for the trimesters there, ending on December 9th, March 24th, and June 23rd. We're going to be implementing the Really Great Reading Program to improve our phonetic awareness among students in grades K through 5, and we have identified that as a major issue with our students learning how to read. State testing, the New York State Science Test for 4th grade has been moved to 5th grade, but will not be issued next year. It'll be issued in 2024 when we give the state test. And we're still awaiting the state test scores to be released from New York State so I can analyze them and see how we're doing. Extracurricular activities, fall enrichment clubs during October and November are expected. And we are bringing back Odyssey of the Mind. And I'm looking to add a Special Olympics for the Eldred Central School District for those students who qualify. Buildings and grounds, we have new doors installed in our cafeteria. The doors now open in the correct direction. Will close automatically, making it much safer in the cafeteria in the case of a lockdown. The wall in the library has already been taken down. The library is now expanded by over 100 square feet, allowing additional shelving for books as well as a reading nook for students. And the makerspace furniture has been ordered. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Carpentier. Is there any questions from the board for Mr. Carpentier? No. All good? Moving on. Junior Senior High School Principal Report.
Thank you, Mr. Halleck. The Junior Senior High School has continued to transition in leadership into the summer to prepare for the 2022-2023 school year. Some of the summer goals for myself and my team are developing building goals and objectives for 2022-2023. I want to establish a line of communication with all stakeholders to enhance student-parent involvement in school to increase attendance and engagement at the Junior Senior High School. And in collaboration with Mrs. Bonnell and Ms. Gearin, we will develop the school calendar, which includes celebrations, important dates, and events. We've already begun working on that. At this time, I'd like to introduce a new staff member that will be joining us. Donnell Jones will be joining the Junior Senior High School. If you could stand up, Donnell. Donnell will be an English teacher at the high school. Ms. Jones comes to us from Whitney Point, New York, and holds a Bachelor's of Science in Adolescent Education, 7th through 12, and English, a dual major. Ms. Jones came highly regarded from her prior teaching position, and we're very excited to have you, so please welcome her. Thank you. And this, I do have a short report, not like Mr. Carpentieri, so sorry, but it's technically my third day. But I just want to thank the Board of Education, Dr. Morgano, and Mrs. Ferreira, and all the administrators here for the opportunity to lead the junior senior high school. I'm looking forward to working with all of you, working with all the stakeholders to create a welcoming and engaging learning environment for all the students. And obviously, it's pretty evident there's a positive culture and climate here, and I just hope to continue that and, establish that myself. So I'm very excited. So that concludes my report. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Conklin. Any questions for Mr. Conklin from the board?
None.
Okay, going forward, Superintendent Ms. Ferreira.
All right, a couple of things. New bus update. Our new buses will be coming off the line mid-August. According to the Matthews Bus Company, we should be in possession of them by the end of September. We will continue to keep our buses until we are in full possession of all the new buses without any reoccurring charges. We are establishing, and Mr. Conklin's going to take that over, but we've got the associate's degree program from Sullivan Community College. We are offering 17 Sullivan County Community College courses for this upcoming school year. 7 of these courses are new this upcoming year. 10 of these courses are dual enrollment, meaning they can get Regents credit for the high school graduation credit, or they could get Regents credit and AP credit. 24 underclassmen are registered for these classes, and 11 freshmen will be starting their college transcripts in the fall. So I'm very happy about that. Welcome to our new staff. We have Allison Brown for the elementary, and then Danelle Jones. Allison is going to be with art. Correct, Mr. Carpentieri?
So, Ms. Ferreira, yes, Allison is our new art teacher. She comes from us as a SUNY New Paltz graduate with a very high GPA, Dean's List every semester, a minor in deaf studies, and again, she ran a club, Humans vs. Zombies, which I'm really interested in. So, really excited. And she's an avid hiker as well. So I think she's going to be a perfect fit here at Mackenzie in the Eldred Central School District.
So I'm excited about having new staff members. We are also looking at the Seal of Civic Literacy. The seal is granted at graduation is recognition for a student that has attained a high-level proficiency in civics, their knowledge, their skills, and experiences. Mr. Conklin and Ms. Guerin will be working on that approval process through NYSET. It is brand new. They did a pilot program last year, so now they've opened it up. Security update. The Department of Homeland Security will be doing a security assessment on July 18th. Once we have this assessment, the emergency response team will meet to review and revise our emergency response plan. GRM, the maintenance guys have been installing magnets to complete the work on automatic closure of interior doors in case of an active shooter issue. So we are working towards having a more secure plan in buildings. Code of Conduct, Mr. Conklin and Mr. Carpentier will be reviewing and revising the Code of Conduct for the 22-23 school year, and they will have that ready to go for August. We have completed, with the bond project, and Dr. Morgano, we have completed an introductory video regarding the bond project. It is an introductory video. It's about 6 minutes. Dr. Morgano, Caleb, myself, and Mr. Gass, we are all featured in this video, and it will be posted on our Facebook and on our website this evening. And Dr. Morgano will continue working on the bond project as a consultant. His 45 years of experience will be invaluable. He has done 3 different bond projects, so I look forward to working with him on that. We are looking at, we have worked towards a new website, and this new website is going to be hosted by Apogee. With the new website, it will be mobile and tablet friendly. As we know with our current district website, you have to continually scroll, and with the Apogee website, it actually comes with a mobile application, so you can download it on your phone, and it accesses our webpage, and it also comes with alerts. I'm looking real forward to doing that. And the last thing is Tri-States Consortium. Right now, for the 22 and 23 school year, we are still under the ex officio membership. Myself and Mr. Krebs were trained last year. We both went on school visits, and I do believe that the Tri-States Consortium will help us move forward with our academic goals. Like I said, we are still ex officio, so there's no cost incurred by the district for the 22-23 school year, and we are going to be sending Mr. Conklin, Mr. Carpentieri, and Miss England, Bethany England, to the training this year as well, along with any interested teachers, because I find it's a great training, and it opens up our eyes to a lot of things that we can do. And that concludes my board report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Any questions from the board?
No.
Excuse me, wait a minute. What was about the active shooter thing?
So at McKinsey, they are installing, they're finishing doing magnets so that there's an automatic door closure, so the interior doors, they automatically close and they're locked. And so in case somebody does get into the building, the interior doors then shut and it's safer.
Mr. Krebs will probably remember this, but we used to have an active shooter drill.
Yes, we did.
Actually,
We had 2 of them.
yes, and that was years ago.
Yes.
It's pre-everybody sitting at this table, except for maybe Amador.
Amador.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it might be something else. I mean, they actually fired guns off in the school to let everybody hear what it was all about.
Not real guns.
Not real guns, you know. No, I know, but
Yes, they did.
they did, and they actually have come up with a plan where the kids would go. They were in the cafeteria. They go through the cafeteria in the kitchen in that back hallway. And I don't know that we've ever done that. That's got to be. I think my mother was still here. She died in 2011.
Probably.
So we're talking.
I think we might have done one after that, but she may have been here for the first one that we did.
Because I asked Jill and my wife, and they don't remember, which could be, but it's been a long time. So it might be something we might want to consider for both buildings.
Great idea.
Because I know everybody was involved in it, and it went over well, and everybody knew the plan. There's a lot of new teachers in these schools now that won't remember that plan. So everybody says it won't happen in the country, rural area. Well,
Yes.
let's not be the ones that got caught with our pants down. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So, thank you,
Thank you.
Caleb. You're up, big guy.
All right. How you doing? I gotta turn my microphone on.
All right, so, I didn't check with Tracy first, so she already gave you the bond update, so I can skip that one. We had the transportation lease come back, the RFP. The numbers did not come back as good as I would like them. I recommend that you approve Santander. I gave you 2 there. Santander's came in at $293 a year, and the other company came in at $311. I called the other company to follow up because the numbers on there don't jive. If you look at it, they have a lower interest rate and a higher payment with the same residual value. And when I called them, they said, don't pay attention to the interest rate. The price per year is the price per year. And okay.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
I still haven't been able to figure it out, but I called a representative from their company and they said that's the rate per year. So I would recommend going with Santander. It's considerably lower. The cafeteria budget for next year and this year. So this year we're looking at having a little bit of a surplus, which is good. Next year, however, they're going to end that federal grant program. We did get into the CEP again, so we'll have high school and the elementary school be free lunch, but we're not going to get the full reimbursement like they did for the 2 years for COVID. Like right now we get $4.35 a lunch, and now we're getting something like $2.80 a lunch, so it's going to go down a little bit. The grant budget next year, we're looking at $1,025,000 in grants. On an ordinary year, the non-COVID years, it was $415,000. This year that we just ended, it was $1.3 million. The year after, next year, it'll be another $1 million. And then in 24, 25, it's going to go back down to normal. So we're going to be at like, $400,000 or $500,000 a year again after that. This year, I'm estimating we're going to put $200,000 in the bank. I was thinking it was 3, but the last 3 months have just, as everybody knows, it's just hammered with price increases on everything. And some of the stuff also, I filled up all of our tanks. That normally would have gone on next year, but I paid it out of this year because it just made so much sense to pay $1.93.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I've got for you right now because I'm still putting together the final numbers.
Okay.
Any questions for Caleb from the board? So we're just putting $200,000 in the bank. What does that do to our reserve fund, Caleb?
So our reserve funds were at right around 3.8 million, so we'll be at about 4 million now. There's going to be a little change in the dynamics of it because on the last board meeting, I had you guys approve using some of the reserve funds, so there's actually going to be even more unappropriated reserve because I used some of our restricted reserves this year. So on the August meeting, and I'll give you a heads up, but on the August meeting, we're going to put money into our reserves, our restricted reserves again. I think we should bring ourselves down to about 8%. We were at 12. We're still going to be around 12. But I want to have that 8% because we're going to use some of our own funds during this bond process.
Yep.
And hopefully, we really do need to, luckily we're doing the bond process now because who knows what's going on with interest rates. They're going up so quick.
Yeah, we're not locked into anything, right? For that bond, obviously, because...
No, not yet, no.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Any other discussion for Caleb? Thank you, Caleb. My turn. Welcome to the 2 new employees. I think you'll like being here. You got a solid team, solid school district, and a good board, good administrator, and we have a good group of people. And plus, sometimes we have fun. So. And for the record, Michael Carpentier and Mike Conklin, 2 Mikes. Make me get confused all the time. Yeah, and you said, yeah, exactly. All right, this time, any public comment on consent agenda item only? Any public comment? Obviously none. I will move on. All right, hold on. I need to go to... Approval of consent items 501 through 9.03. I need a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Motion by Nancy, second by Stacy. Any discussion on this?
None.
None?
None.
No.
We're all good? I'll take a vote. Nancy?
Yes.
Stacy?
Yes.
Amador?
Yes.
Yes. So we're good. Old business to come before the board. Any old business? Good?
I have none.
Any new business to come before the board?
None.
Any other public comment? Okay. The next meeting will be held 6 p.m. on Thursday, August 11th, here at the Junior Senior High School. Did I say 6:30? 6 p.m. I said 6:30. There's no reason to go into executive session. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye.